Yes, there are times when you think the world is out to get you. I think it's one of those days. First off, I wanted to, I've got a $500,000 dong note, which is the highest denomination, of course. And I discovered to my horror the other night when I went to Circle K that it had been sliced, well, about a third of it had been sliced off the corner, so the guy wouldn't accept it. And then I found out that apparently that banks can actually refuse to actually give you the money back, even if you got the whole bloody note. They taped it up for me at the Nest, which is nice of them, and they will take it to the bank for me, so that's also good. But there's no guarantee I'm going to get all my money back, or even a portion of it back, which I think is insane. Anyway, then the next thing I wanted to do was top up my my Viatel SIM card, but I went to the Circle K here, and their terminal out of commission. So they pointed me to the one across the road, and their terminal is also out of commission. So I'm hoping to be able to use a 50,000 dong top up, so my SIM card will remain active for a whole year. Apparently this is the case. I've checked it out on 2 different websites, so it could well be legit, and it'll be really good because then I can, because I might be out of Vietnam for over 6 months, and that's why it would be good to be able to retain the same number throughout the whole time. The other option is I could try doing it remotely from overseas using third-party software, but it'd be better if I could just get it sorted now, because 50,000 dollars is not much. It's, you know, it's $3.50. I can wear that, I think. So fingers crossed to be alright. I want to also take some shots in the park. It's looking a little overcast at the moment, but it'll probably clear. Just a passing shower. There's places nearby Saigon that seem to be popping really horrendous, according to the radar anyway, really horrendous thunderstorms continually. So we're not in that area, so there's always someone worse off than yourself, as they say. So and I think I might skip the bars tonight. I've got really no interest going there. It's much more of a commitment when you're down District 7. I don't know if there's any watering holes here. It might be nice to have a couple of drinks, but I could check out the area. See, I don't think there are any bars here as such. I think it's pretty tame. It really is just District 1. So when I come back, I will be back in District 1, and that'll be good. But you know, this is okay here. It's just a little different. It'd be ideal if it was just a couple of kilometres from District 1. But, you know, it's more like 5 to 7 k's. It's quite a distance, 20-25 minute bike ride, and you tend to think that eventually you're going to have an accident on one of those motorbikes. It's probably just pure luck I haven't actually been involved in one yet as a pillion rider. So it's another thing to take into account. So we'll look forward to moving back to District 1 next time. It's just a matter of whether I go through the hassle of trying to find an apartment. At this stage I just don't feel that inclined. I think like that 138 place looks really good. If I could snare some sort of a deal with them long term, even better. I don't know. But I'll book it for a week or so, I guess, and just, or maybe even longer, I don't know. I'll just see what I feel like doing. Sounds good. I mean, Grab's good, but it's something I don't have to be relying on more than, say, a couple of times a week, which I could live with if I'm back in District 1. Alright, I'll just wander down the road here, not down the end, and see if I can find this park. It's another way of getting there. Different route, but yeah, you can see it's pretty overcast. 50% chance of rain maybe. Totally unscientific, but that's my gauge, you know. Well, at least it's quiet in the streets this time of day. Oh. Yeah, quite warm out, quite humid. It's just what you'd expect before a bit of rain. It could pass. It's been very hot since I've been here. So hotter than I remember. Maybe it's hotter down in this part of Ho Chi Minh. District 1. Well, I mean, there's plenty of cover here. It's not that bad. Because I've got the rivers going around it, but this river's pretty close to surrounding District 1 as well, so I don't know if that's a real factor either. But good to get out and about and get some shots of this park, because it is really quite nice. And it was a shame that my camera has been playing up for the last few days. Oh, I'll switch off now. I'm going to get a buzzsaw. We don't want to hear that. Here's one of the paths leading into these parklands. It's run along the river just in this section here. That's the footbridge over there. And it's pretty deserted today. It's a work day, Monday. Very, very busy on Sunday, previous day. Not too far from where I'm staying. Yeah, it's quite a reasonable size. I don't know what this is, whether it's a cafe or something. Looks like they're growing something here. Yeah. Oh, some sort of a office type thing, something like that. Nice little pond. Oh, they're selling stuff. They've got, yeah, it's definitely a cafe of some description. Yeah, it's going to take a fair bit of watering. Quite lush. This is a very well manicured park. Make the Spanish envious, all this greenery. And not so many missing cobblestones. This is actually one of the best kept walkways I've seen. They actually care about maintenance here. This is very un-Vietnamese. But you always see an army of gardeners in these places. It doesn't just happen through magic. Continual maintenance keeps it in good nick. But they'd be spending a bit of money. Wouldn't come cheap, one would think. Well, there's a nice breeze actually. Well, the weather's holding up okay. Just your standard sort of threatening weather you get over here. Well, we can feel a couple of drops of rain. And that's where I walked yesterday. Yeah, went down that main pathway there. But yeah, it looks atmospheric. It was an International Women's Day yesterday apparently, and that's why these girls tried to sell me a flower, I guess. I don't know, it's part of it. Well, Pooh sort of tend to think it was important. I didn't even know it was on, but it might be a big deal over here. And it is starting to rain. Okay, and over the bridge while it rains. Oh, it's pretty lowly slung. Jesus, what? Who designed that? You got to crawl under it. It's like cheap tunnels. I thought it'd be at the right height to walk. Oh well. Just a couple of specks of rain, nothing to really worry about. There's that big lake over there. Semicircular lake. It's quite impressive. Whew, it's going to be funny going home tomorrow. 3 o'clock flight to Singapore, get in around 6:30, then I've got around a midnight flight to Melbourne. Oh boy, that'll hit me in the face going back to Melbourne. I think it's been almost 2 years since I've been back there now. So I haven't seen my cousin for some time. We keep in contact regularly. You Skyped just a week ago, so but I haven't actually physically been down there for a long time. And I haven't missed it, to be quite frank. I feel fairly at home around here, around all of Ho Chi Minh, well, at least the parts I've seen, which is still probably only a fraction. It's a big city. Yeah, one of these are residences here, and it's got a mix of residential and retail. Well, I mean, I know that the Crescent Mall's up there. We're getting a bit of wind. This is getting very Cairns-like. And there's another shot of the walk bridge just passed over from halfway across this semicircle. Like I say, very quiet. Bit of chop in the water. A lot of towers. Look at those residential towers over there. That'd be the other side of that main road, I would think. And Crescent Mall would be coming up fairly soon. Okay, I've located two vital pieces of infrastructure. One, Crescent Mall, and secondly, an Argentinian steakhouse. One of the essentials to life. Just go and double check that I have got the Crescent Mall. I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. It looks familiar. Let's just double check. Seeing I've gone all this way. And so I guess they've got a huge Argentinian population here as well as Korean. That's news to me. There's also a university down there. I think I'll walk on the other side of the road so I can see what I'm passing by. Oh, there you go. There's the supermarket. Orchen, whatever. French supermarket. I don't think I'll bother doing any supermarket shopping. Yeah, well, it's a nicer way of getting in. Of course, the ubiquitous Starbucks. I got myself a couple of Hogarden cans and a Beck's can. Pringles, cheese Pringles, the cheesiest food you can get. Plus tuna and Jats, or not Jats, Ritz crackers. So here's a close-up look of all the businesses along here. There's quite a few. It's quite a long walk back this way. I probably would be fast the other way, but I'll take the scenic route. Definitely more genteel. And there's the footbridge back in the distance. Lots of jazz. I seem to love their jazz over here. Oh, that's what Ian likes. Ian's Singaporean Chinese by birth, Australian by culture, and he's into jazz. Not exclusively though, to be fair to him. So other sorts of music as well. So, yep. I mean, my last trip to Crescent Mall, maybe forever, because I won't be shopping here again probably if I don't really have any reason to come down here. I've got to admit, it is a very pleasant shopping experience. In fact, apart from the fact that it took me 3 checkout counters before they found one that would actually deal with me. Had to find one specifically for undesirables from Australia. But no, but still the service is so much better than Co-op. I'm not complaining. It's like VIP treatment compared to going to a Co-op. So no complaints. It hasn't rained, just spitting a little. Not too bad though. It's quite atmospheric in the background there. Fulbright University, Vietnam, fairly prestigious American university if I'm not wrong. Certainly heard of them. So obviously a few Koreans are attending that particular university by looks of things. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.